Hey everyone, it's your boy Jigga. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, Journeys with Jay. If you're not, welcome back. Today we take a look at the only main river of sorts left in Bridgetown, the inlet from which Bridgetown derives its name. In July 1628, Wolverstone, following pathways along the river, found a bridge and named it Indian Bridge, and the town was named Indian Bridgetown, or the Indian Bridgetown. The area originally was not a good choice for the capital of an island, as it was on a swamp infested by mosquitoes and proved to be unhealthy. Over the centuries, there have been many changes to the area next to the river, especially due to the flooding near to the river caused by heavy rainfall. Over the past 15 years, the government of Barbados has been working on the river to reduce the incidence of flooding and to prevent stagnation of the water. This project is called the Constitution River Redevelopment Project. It was done over 3 phases. This work included dredging and excavation of the river channel, protecting the banks from erosion, restoration of wetlands in 2 sections, and the creation of a green space along the banks of the river. So, the Constitution River Improvement Project is one of the most important and beneficial projects that happen in Barbados. You can see that the banks of the river have been kind of stabilized with the use of this banking material. So they would have put down an impermeable layer and then put the rocks on top of that. And of course this is brackish water, so seawater and fresh water from upstream come down here. But this is what is so pleasing to me. So they've kind of replanted the area, but they put some thought into it. We have on the banks here mangrove trees. I'm not sure which type of mangrove trees these are, but these would have been the trees that would have been originally found in this area, right? And these trees help to filter out the water, and they're very salt tolerant. They love this sort of brackish water. So although we've kind of lost parts of the Graham Hall swamp and parts of the swamps on the west coast, it's good to see that birds can find some sort of sanctuary, some kind of green space here in Bridgetown. The marine life is going to benefit as a result. I swear though, but I swear, like, how many Jamaican ackee trees in Barbados? Everywhere you go. But anyway, this is so beautiful. So we have the cuscus grass, we have the Jamaican ackees, we have the mangrove trees. Huge one there, coconut trees. And this area always used to be considered very dirty, very nasty, filled with mosquitoes and all sorts of things, but this is so pleasing to see. There's fish in the water, so I'm hoping that the fish eat the mosquito larvae, but this is so pleasing to see. So all of this is mangrove trees. You can kind of see the prop roots here, the stilt roots in the water. You can see them here again. So they don't actually grow in the soil per se. They don't need this deep layer of soil. Actually, you can see the original cases that the trees were in. Interesting that they've left it there. So that's plastic there that we're seeing, which is not a good thing. But yeah, isn't this good? So at night, I'm sure this tree is filled. See a bird's nest there. I'm sure that this tree and this area out here is filled with, why is there garbage here? It's filled with trees, the heron, probably some cattle egrets and so on. But isn't this beautiful? So continuing on. First, everybody's looking at me like, what's he seeing? What's he doing? Must be a tourist. Because we don't appreciate ourselves and what we have here. So all along the banks. So on evenings, I'm sure this is a lovely, nice, cool area to just park and come and relax if there are not too many mosquitoes out here. And just observe the city from afar. So the cars that you see in the background is because there's AgriFest being held here this weekend in Queen's Park. Look at that, isn't that lovely? Look at that reflection there, yeah. What mirror image? Arrow. Yes. Isn't that beautiful? Simply stunning. Actually constructing some steps here. Interesting. That will allow you to go on down. Look at that view. Yeah. As you can see, it's definitely dry season in Barbados. The grass here is all brown. A young one there. Well, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for joining me on another Journeys with Jay. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, drop a comment, and if you haven't as yet, subscribe. Until next time, keep safe. God bless. It's your boy saying, Jigga out.